I'm back. It's your boy. It's Abdullah El Nasabi Ibn So and so. Everyone's favorite kafir. Any one of Allah's little slaves want to come up? Tell me how the Quran is for all time. The Quran don't apply for all time. You know why? Because chapter 4 verse 24 fucks you. Okay, nobody takes slaves. Nobody has 4 wives. Nobody does that but Muslims. So how does that apply today? Nobody agrees with Allah in the Quran. Nobody. Tell me how a book from Saudi Arabia written in Arabic applies to the modern world, especially when your God said that he turned sperm into blood and then into bones. Okay, this is what Allah said in the Quran. In chapter 23, verse 14, he takes clay, he turns clay into sperm, and then he turns sperm into dried blood, then he turns dry blood into bones, and then he clothes the bones with flesh. Anybody pay attention in science class when you was in school? Did any one of Allah's little Abduls pay attention in science class? Because we know how the child's formed. Allah doesn't turn clay into sperm. Hit the request button, inshallah. What's up, my guy? How's it going, man? I'm fine. Yeah, I want to know why you think the Quran's preserved, and why do you think it's the speech of a God?
Because Quran is revealed by the angel, the archangel Jibril, almost 14th century ago, revealed upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the last messenger after Jesus. So it is the miracle of miracles. Nobody, no human being can create only a verse, a single verse of Quran is not possible to be created by an human being. So you may, if you want, I will recite you just a little about the Holy Quran.
I've read the Quran, my guy. I've read it.
No, I want in tartil. ورتل القرآن ترتيلا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب
Alhamdulillah,
العالمين.
El Rabbi, El Alameen, El Raham, El Rahim, El Maliki, Yaomi, El Dini. I know, but I know.
You know the Quran. Are you a Muslim or no?
No, I'm not a Muslim. Alhamdulillah.
Do you have faith to God? You agree that a God, a universal creator, exists?
Yeah, but it's not Allah, man. It's not.
So the world has been created by whom? By who?
It depends on who you ask, my guy. The scientists say it created itself.
itself, is it possible in this order everything is like measured according to micrometers, like the distances between the planets, the earth, everything is so calculated? Is it possible to be created by itself?
You can do that.
Or is there a creator, a powerful mind behind the creation? The universal creator is the Almighty God. Every human being, every religion like Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, like other Buddhist culture, all human beings believe in someone, something, but the names are different. The message is the same. The message is the same.
The message is not it's the same. Chapter 8, verse 67 said it's not for a prophet to take prisoners until he unleashes a massacre on the land.
No, that is not correct. That is not.
That is definitely correct.
Are you quoting from Quran?
Yeah, chapter 8, verse 67.
Chapter 8?
Yep.
Just a minute, I want to bring the Holy Quran.
There it is in the comments. He said your God's the same God as is in Buddhism. So don't try to take it back. Is that Dawa?
So please, chapter 8. What
it's not
the name
it's not it's not
is the
for
name
a
of
prophet. It's not for a prophet to take prisoners until he unleashed a massacre on the land.
Huh?
Prophets take no prisoners. You
Sorry,
worship
Mr.
the
Son.
same God as the Hindus.
What is
You
the
worship
name of
the same. It's in the comments, chapter 8, verse 67.
chapter 8? The name of surah. What is the name of the surah in chapter 8?
Alan Fowl. Let me type in the comments. These Taqiya games get boring with you Muslims. You pretend like you can't count. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can count, right?
Just a minute. We are counting.
Why do I have to name the surah by name before you go look the verse up?
Surah Fatiha is the first. After that is Baqarah, number second.
Yeah, and then Ali Imran, then An-Nisa, then Al-Ma'idah.
So, Ali Imran. Where is that verses in the Ali Imran?
Chapter 8. I typed it in the comments. Listen, I typed it in the comments and I even wrote the number down for you, my guy. I even wrote the number down for you. If you're just going to play Taqiya games and play and feign ignorance like you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to drop you.
You're a damn faggot, piece of shit, nigger, faggot, nigger.
I know.
Adolf Hitler supporting Neo.
Go report me. The Jews pay me to come up here and say bad stuff about Islam. I'm just an Islamophobe. I love Islamophobia. Go report me. Go report me. It don't change what's written in your Quran. And people are starting to wake up and read that trash in that filthy book by your pedophile prophet, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. There's nothing. Come try it. Come prove your Quran's preserved. I dare you. I dare you. You guys are all fake. It's a scam. You're in a cult. Hit the request button, inshallah. Hit the request button, inshallah. Come on. Tell me about the Birmingham manuscript. Tell me how that's the original Quran and nothing's been changed. To ask me, how could Muhammad know he couldn't read and write? How could we get to Quran if Muhammad couldn't read and write? How? How did Muhammad know all them things? How did he know? Come up and I can show you. I can show you. It'd be so easy. It'll take 5 minutes, and then you can come up here and cuss me out and say the N-word. Like the last Muslim. Come on, come up here. Tell me, say the N-word. I want to hear it. Muslims say that they're not racist, so why don't you here and say the N-word?
Hey, brother. No, mashallah.
What you been doing, man?
Yeah, I've been good, man. How you been? You been all right? You been good,
Yeah,
brother?
just
You been all
been
right?
exposing the Yeah, I just been talking to Muslims, exposing the truth.
You always do well at it, man. You always do well at it. I was sitting one time. I got up to I went on to a Muslim chat, and he brought me up. He's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen you before. You're a friend of Yaqub." I was like, "Yeah. Well, I'm friends with Yaqub on here." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I've heard you up there. You with Yaqub." So I got kicked out of a live because of just your name, brother. That's pretty good, man. I got to give you props for that.
They hate me, man.
Of course, which they should. Which
I'm
they
an
should.
enemy of Allah. I'm Allah's enemy.
You know what's funny is, and I'm not going to keep you. I know you want Muslims up here. I'm not going to keep you. But what's funny is I was just doing something earlier today. You know, because I'm always about this. I'm always looking stuff up. But you know, and after this, I'll leave. But it was not only the Birmingham. After then you had the Sunnah, which they think is the oldest manuscripts that ever came around. Then you have the Parasino, which is another codex they have. They try to claim, which is it in like 20, 30 years of Muhammad lies. Then they have the Codex Mashhad. They have all these different codexes, and the only thing that they have in common is they wrote over every one of them. They changed words in every one of them. There's not one old manuscript from the Quran that is not completely scrubbed away, erased words, put words in different. And I asked AI because I was asking these questions, so I didn't have to type it, and they were giving me all the references and showing me. And I was like, in your opinion. So what you're saying is that none of these, that you would say that none of these are right. And it said if you're going on a factual basis, then there's no way it's letter for letter, word for word from God. There's no way it could be. Because they're all changed. And I appreciate what you put up right there, but that's every one of them, bro. It's the 4 oldest manuscripts they have, and not one of them is not riddled with changes, alterations, word changes, sentence changes.
JJ.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I did. Google can translate this, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. They did it in the Sunnah. You could translate each layer of it,
okay.
And it's
look. Here it is translated.
Go ahead, man. I'm listening.
Here it is translated right here.
Go ahead. Oh, they can pick out what the words were underneath.
This is the Birmingham manuscript translated. Now, there ain't a damn fucking verse that I can find in this translation that has anything similar to the Quran.
Guys, I'm Muslim. Can I talk?
Go ahead.
Can I see the first prompt?
Oh, you want to see the first prompt?
Yeah. So you're saying the Quran is false, right?
I'm saying it's not preserved.
But there's scientific things proven from ancient times ago in the Quran before the modern.
That's not my argument. My argument isn't about the scientific miracles in the Quran. My argument, it's not preserved.
What do you mean it's not preserved?
It's not preserved.
Can you explain how?
Okay, well, I'll just show you. Look, this is your little Birmingham manuscript right here. And I went ahead and I translated it with Google.
Google
And
that.
guess what? It ain't the Quran.
What is this? This is nonsense. This is false.
Oh, that's false? I tell you what, when you got 5 minutes, why don't you take a picture of the Birmingham manuscript and then you can Google Translate it with or any translation app you want to use. Go ahead, and I dare you to. I also translated the Sunnah manuscript too.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that's completely different, isn't it?
Yeah, let me find it here. There, that's the Sunnah manuscript right there, okay? But when you translate it into Arabic, here's what it says. Money is a kilo of you from the veil. The God's roll is with the veil. Hamud, and from the one who is married. When I sleep, I am from her with the mother for her, and he is a woman with the woman for her. And then I guess they couldn't translate that bit, but it also says Sama Allah embraces me. Ba Bahani say Anwa Allah, and not goods of the beloved, by which we accuse by God, the knowledgeable of the people, the preventer of what is direct to you, the servant of God reached the blood of God, which is what you do. So that's not the Quran.
Yeah, what I like is when you talk about the Sana manuscript, right? What they say is preserved, but they leave you empty-handed. They say, okay, well, the book of Miriam is preserved, and there's another book, but they don't tell you what's written under it. They give you the new version of And I watched a great lecture by Jay Smith. I know you've heard of him, and he gives a great lecture by. Have you ever heard of him, Jay Smith?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, you got. I mean, and he goes through all this, and he goes through. There's a friend of his, or a doctor, and he's like one of the first people to go through this, and he went through everyone and like did close up things, and to where they had changed it to like it's a completely different. And what they did, what he says, what they did with all these manuscripts is that when the Saudis made the Hufs the major one that everybody has today, they changed all these manuscripts to fall directly in line with the Hufs version. And he said before, none of them agreed with it. They changed everything. But after they changed everything, every single one of them agreed directly with the Hufs.
Hello.
Which is a way late version, as we all know.
Okay. Hey, I've been to Turkey, and they have a museum there. And a museum, actually, I took my cell phone and I did record it, even though they said no cameras, no recording. So, I remember I recorded. I have it on my old phone because I updated my phone. So I did see many old Qurans there. Now I have talked
These are
to
your four oldest manuscripts, my friend.
Okay, so I have talked to many Christian friends, and one thing, why do you think we had a need to write Quran on a piece of paper? Do you know the history
You
of
said
it?
the same thing, my friend. Abu Bakr said the same thing you said.
Okay, good. So at the time of Abu Bakr, there were many companions. They were called Hufaz. Hufaz mean the person who memorized Quran word by word, sentence by sentence, pronunciation by pronunciation. It have to be exact pronunciation, and then that become a Hafiz, a person who memorized the Quran. At the time of Abu Bakr, there were many Hufaz, but unfortunately, because of the war, they had a battle. Many of them died. Now, my question come in: if we did not have a Quran at that time, how did they memorize it?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, John.
Look.
Okay, so
here's one of your narrators right here.
I have the answer.
You ask the question.
Okay.
You ask the question. You're going to get an answer. So stay quiet for a minute, my friend. Okay, this is Ubay ibn Ka'b. He says the messenger of Allah taught him a surah, and when he was sitting at the masjid, he heard a man reciting in a way that was different. He said to them, "Who taught you this surah?" He said, "The messenger of Allah taught him." He said, "Stay with me," and they went and got the messenger of Allah. He said, "O messenger of Allah, this man recites a surah that you taught me differently." Messenger of Allah said, "Recite, O Ubay." So he recited, and the messenger of Allah asked the other guy, and he recited it a different way. And he said, "Oh, obey, the Quran has been revealed with 7 different modes of recitation, all of which are good and sound."
Can I say something now, Yakub, as an extension of that? I'm not going to take over the chat, but extension to that, and I think Legacy. I think you know what I'm talking about. In that battle, there was 70,000 people and this is by word, 70,000 people that knew it by heart. They lost most of them. Now, this is pre-Uthman. So what happens after the battle? What happens after the battle is all of a sudden there's these different Qurans that come out because they lost most of them. So there's different Qurans that come out, and they choose Uthman, and Uthman's got to go, and he's got to choose what's right of the ones that are coming out. And I think it says in there, like, go ahead. Am I wrong or ever? Okay. Mm. Mm.
He's also fourth Khalifa, right? And he never questioned anything what Usman did, even though they were both
Yeah, but you skipped Uthman. What happened before Uthman is what I'm asking.
Okay.
What happened before Uthman?
No, you're right. So before
thank
Usman,
you.
there were battles, and we lost it. And they would say, we need to preserve it. We need to have it at the official level. It doesn't mean we did not have the Quran. It did not mean we have lost all the Hufaz, right? At the professional level, it become, at the government level, because Usman was the third Khalifa. So he took action at that level, at the government level. Before, it was being preserved by the companion. So because people were memorizing it.
Who was Muhammad's secretary? Who was the secretary of Muhammad?
Not secretary, companions.
Yeah, but he never conserved it. Why didn't he write anything down? Isn't it crazy to have a secretary that never writes?
Well, that's a beauty what that's called Wahi. So God were recorded as Wahi. Wahi is the thing, the revelation is being revealed to Prophet Muhammad by God. And there's a called Hadith, that what Prophet Muhammad did, either physically, practically, or either taught somebody or ordered them to do something, right? So people ask him, how do we know what is Wahi and what is Hadith? And he used to make it different, that this is Wahi and this is Hadith, and put this, because then we have
who made that determination? Who made that determination?
Muhammad made the decision.
Oh, he did.
And then he said that put this
after his death. He made that determination.
After his death.
No, in his lifetime. In his lifetime, buddy. So when the Quran was being revealed, it did not reveal just like boom, and then there was a Quran. It took a long time.
No.
So many of the chapters.
Those apostles never wrote the Quran down.
Never.
And never ordered it to be written down.
Never.
Okay, so it was, and they call them Katabe Wahi. Write down the word and then Google it. What is the Katabe Wahi? And that's why one of the biggest corrupt person, whose name is Mavia, and who actually destroyed the Khalifa and turned into a kingdom. And then his son was Yazid. Yazid actually killed Prophet Muhammad's grandkids in Karbala.
So no. Hold on. You're fast forwarding
So
so much. Now
yeah,
we're
no,
still
no, no.
Hold on. We're
The
still in the
Malia only
time. No.
reason.
Now you want to overtalk. Now I think
Okay,
you know you messed up. What I'm
okay.
saying
Abu
and I
Bakr
think what
right here.
Yakub is
Here's
saying. Now you're
Abu
just over talking.
Bakr right here saying
Thank
that
you. And
how
then
can he do something that Allah's apostle did not do?
and you're skipping past Uthman because you would think that in the time of Uthman, you're going way into the grandchildren.
Okay.
I'm asking in
No,
the time of
the reason I'm the
Uthman, was there a written
reason.
text, a codex of your Quran that we
Yes,
can read to get day that's not changed? And where is it? Where is it?
Actually, yes, in Turkey, and if you go to Istanbul,
What's the name of
the
it?
actual that you'll go to the Quran. See, the names were given afterward. There were no names were given. This is Osman Quran. Or Quran was just a Quran.
They called
These
it the
were
Uthman Codex, is what they said it, but that didn't
no,
have
that's
any
what they call it.
domas
No,
or
no, no,
kalis or alis.
brother.
It didn't have any of
Listen,
that.
if you go, and I would highly encourage. I mean, I went to Turkey. I'm not from to that area. That
Jazzy
Quran
script.
actually had that Quran actually have, they said, the blood of Usman when the rebel killed.
Was
Yeah,
the
thank you. Yeah.
Quran, the original Quran, not written in the Hijazi script? Yes or no?
See,
Yes or no?
Hijazi is way after. Hijazi is the pronunciation, like
Thus,
on like the word alphabet, like we say aleph, the one straight line.
or domas.
Was the original Quran written in Hijazi script? Yes or no?
What? What year did Hijazi die? Ali's a Kufa. Ali's in the time of Medina, my friend. He's a Kufa. Kufa is exactly. That's in the time of the Medina era of the Quran, my friend. The Medina era of the Quran, Ali had nothing to do with it, and you know this. So why are you speaking on Ali?
Ali is the
You know
of
this.
Prophet Muhammad, son-in-law
No,
of Prophet
Ali is
Muhammad.
Kufa. He is from Iraq.
What is Kufa? He's not
Kufa
from
is a
Iraq.
city in Iraq. It's called the city of liars.
When they had conquered that, then he made his capital.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He's not from there.
The second part of the Quran. You have two parts of the Quran. You know this. You have Mecca and you have Medina. The Medina part of the Quran was Kufa.
No, you are okay. Kufa is a place.
It's Iraq.
Kufa is a place where Ali, when he got his Khalifa, he turned his capital as a Kufa.
Hey, my God.
Okay.
My God.
And the reason was
what language was this Quran written in?
In Qurayshi Arabic. Not all Arabic is the same.
Okay.
They're Qurayshi Arabic.
So why is Allah's apostle, why is Zayd ibn Thabit saying he wrote it in different dialects then?
No, it's a different, because a lot, like we have a word like ta.
Here it is. Look.
Or ga.
Here
right?
it is.
So we have very sounds
Abu
that a lot
Bakr
of people
said
don't
for
have
me,
it.
you used to write the divine revelations for Allah's apostles, so you should search for it. I started searching for the Quran until I found the last two verses of Surat Al-Tawbah with Abi Kuzama al-Ansari, and I could not find these verses with anybody other than him. Verily there is coming to you an apostle from amongst yourselves, agrees him that you should not receive any injury or difficulty.
So the last two are part of the four kuls. Kul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas. So these are like
This is
prayers.
Zayd ibn
And the
Thabit.
people,
This is Zayd
yes,
ibn Thabit himself
yes,
narrating this.
yes, yes. So they were reciting them every single day, and they thought, oh, these are extra prayer that what Prophet Muhammad taught us. But they were told no, these are also part of Quran. These are not separate prayers. You cannot keep them separate. So they're not only two, they're actually four. One is there's a Surah Ikhlas.
Focus. Stay focused. I'm not asking you about prayers. Okay, Zayd ibn Thabit said he collected the Quran for Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr, not Uthman. Abu Bakr. Stay focused. You're deviating.
How can you collecting from Abu Bakr when Abu Bakr in his lifetime refused to write it down? See the hypocrisy.
So I
How
guess
can you
this
collect something from Abu
authentic
Bakr?
hadith, I guess this authentic hadith in Al Bukhari is fake.
There are many fake hadiths. If they don't meet with the logic, because here's the thing: one side was saying that Abu Bakr refused to do it. The other one is saying, though, we collected from Abu Bakr didn't had it.
Okay, so who's right?
So, and that is true that Abu Bakr did refuse it. So how can you get it from Abu Bakr, but if he refused it? And he didn't live for a long time. He was like 2 or 3 years.
Umar
That's
said
it.
he wrote the Quran. Umar said he
Then,
wrote it.
and then the time of Umar came. Then he started working on it. But he was involved in many battles
Yeah,
because he
Umar
was more
said he wrote it.
military.
Umar
Yeah,
said he
no,
wrote the Quran.
yeah.
Yes, he did.
Well, he probably have done it because the Quran was a big project to preserve it. Make sure they write it on a piece of paper or
So
something
okay.
because
So
at that
who's the
time we don't
one
have
that
it.
collected it? Was it Umar? Was it Abu Bakr or was it Uthman?
No, it was already been collected, right? But here's the thing: you had it memorized it, and people had write it down on cloth, on camel shoulder bones, on on stones, and many other things. But they were already there; they were already preserved. Because Prophet Muhammad himself said that I'm leaving you with two things. One is my children's Ahl Bayt, and the second thing is Quran. Do not leave them, otherwise you will go astray from the true path, right? So he actually mentioned that I'm leaving you with Quran. If we're saying there was no Quran, so what is he leaving with? So there are many hadiths Prophet Muhammad claimed that I'm leaving you with Quran. Actually, listen to his last sermon. He will exactly tell you that I'm leaving you with Quran. So Quran has to be there.
Who wrote
Why
it?
would
So who
Prophet
wrote
Muhammad
it?
say?
So who wrote it?
So so at the time of Prophet Muhammad, there were many, they called them Katibul Wahi. So when the Wahi came and wrote it down, and the reason I stepped forward all the way after the time of Usman to mention the name of Muawiyah bin
Who's the one
Usman,
that put it on
Muawiyah
the
bin Usman,
paper?
because
Who's
there
the
was
one
no
that put it
paper,
on the
Ben.
paper?
Yeah, but at that time they did not went and collected the paper. They did not had many papers, right? So they had animal skin. They have. If you even go to Saudi Arabia, I went and I was totally shocked. From Mecca to Medina, it is so scary. The huge mountain, the climate is terrible, and I don't know how those people live there. Um, and even you see the rocks, and they look like they're like boiling out. Even rocks are burned out. So living in that kind of environment is very harsh to live. So I don't think they had piece of paper at that time. So they had like different material to write it on, but they took very serious tension at the time of Usman and make that a priority, that we have to make sure for the generations to come we have something for them. And at the same time, the Quran was still being preserved in people's heart and people were still memorizing. So we had Hufaz all this time.
Didn't even know his own Quran. Here's Aisha saying that, may Allah show him mercy to him. He has reminded me of such and such a verse which I had missed in such and such a surah.
Because she was not Hafiz. Not see,
Okay.
I personally
Show me in the
know.
Quran. Can you show me in the Quran where such and such surah is? A surah named such and such.
I mean, I have to leave the room, go to the Google, and do that.
Yeah. Go Google such and such surah for me, can you?
And not at this time. I mean, you can do it. What surah is that?
Look, it says such and such surah. It's right there in front of you. It looks like he forgot such and such verse 2 times, because in the second hadith, the Messenger of Allah was praying and he forgot such and such verse here too. So he forgot such and such verse so many times.
No.
There's like
Here's
20
the thing,
hadiths saying he forgot such and such surah and he forgot
Not-
such and such verse.
Here's the thing. If I know something, right? So see, when you interpret word from one language to the other language, and the word you use to interpret it may represent the right meaning, but the nature of the meaning changes, right? So if you remind me of something that I did with my father, it does not mean I don't have a memory of my father. If you say, hey, Legacy, I saw you with your father at Giant Arena, and you guys watching this wrestling game or something, football game. It doesn't mean, but since I never thought about it and I never discussed it, it doesn't mean it's not part of my memory. It does not mean it didn't exist or I forgot about it. It's something hey, we never do. Like, hey, do you remember your school time? Now, if I tell you, hey, do you remember the school time? Now, all of a sudden, your brain will trigger back to your school time, and you say, hey, you remember Janet, the school girl? And that's what's happening.
You're using, it's called a false equivalency, a logical fallacy that draws a comparison between two completely unrelated concepts to make them appear equal.
No, because what's happening that you are looking at something to find some mistake in order for you to argue about versus to gain the knowledge. So when I study Bible, when I study Torah, when I study any other religious book, I want to understand the person. And I say, here's the thing.
Where does Allah's apostle allow you to read the Bible? Since when does Allah's apostle allow you to read the Bible?
I can read whatever I want. It does not tell me not to read it.
No, you can't.
Yes.
It's haram.
No, it's not.
So why are you doing it?
For me,
You're not a scholar.
Understand you. I am a scholar.
You're not a scholar.
I am studying.
No, you're not.
I am a scholar.
Okay, so tell me where I can find such and such verse in the Quran.
Which verse?
Such and such verse.
What's a such and such verse?
That's what I want to know, man. Allah's apostle keeps forgetting it.
Now you were saying that they were just mentioning, I never thought about this, but forgot. In order to forget, you have to have that memory. You don't forget something new. In order for somebody to remind you something, you have to have that you're in conscience. And somebody just triggered that conscience, and now you say, oh, no, yeah, I remember. He did say this. So it's just a matter of understanding how you're seeing things. If you're going to look at with the negativity of you, and you're going to say, oh, the exact person saying this. No, it's not the story. Same thing with Quran being preserved at the time of Osman. That's not true, because we have a fast. It got attention at the government level at the time of Osman. That's a two different thing.
Thanks for admitting it. Thanks for admitting that Uthman didn't preserve the Quran. Thank you. You hear that, Muslims? He said it wasn't preserved at the time of Uthman. He said that, not me. He can't even tell me what this verse is. Look, such and such verse. Aisha said that Allah's apostle was reminded of such and such verse. And Yahya said Al-Miswar said that Allah's apostle forgot to recite such and such verse, and the guy was so scared to say something to Allah's apostle because he thought it was repealed. He thought the verse was abrogated. I don't know what's going on with the Shia today. It's okay, my guy. The Quran's not preserved. And you just want to talk in circles. I don't want to hear what you did in Saudi Arabia. I don't want to hear that Allah's one. I don't care that Allah's one. He's won what? Hit the request button, inshallah. You're gonna find out today if Allah's book is preserved or not. Because if I was an all-knowing God, okay, I wouldn't pick the dumbest guy I could find that couldn't read and write, that didn't know the scriptures, that had a fetish for children to be my prophet. It's so obvious that he just heard a bunch of stories and repeated them. And then your guy confirmed the same books you say are corrupt. That's called an illogical fallacy. There's no such thing as a general confirmation. When someone says that your book is false, but they cite it as a source, that's called the stolen concept fallacy. If they rely on information in another book to make their point, but then claim that the same book is entirely false, they are utilizing a concept while simultaneously denying the validity of the very foundation that supports it. It's called the stolen concept fallacy. What's up, man? Oh, yeah?
To be honest, this is just me being honest.
Well, bring your argument, inshallah.
Okay, you are saying there's no such thing as general confirmation. What's your argument for that?
Yeah, explain the general confirmation.
Yeah, just like the scholarship said Jesus Christ was doing a general confirmation of the teaching of the Pharisees when he said you must do every single thing they said.
Well, that's what he was doing?
Yes, that is exactly what he was
give
doing.
me somebody else that agrees with your opinion.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you actual biblical scholarship.
How slow you think I am?
I'm gonna bring you actual biblical scholars saying what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
1 second.
So back to the point. The stolen concept fallacy. If they rely on the information in one book to make their point, but then claim the book is entirely false, they are utilizing a concept while simultaneously denying the validity of the very foundation that supports it.
Okay, if you apply the same standard against Christianity is gonna fail.
Okay. When the person draws answers for your questions about Book A by bringing up information from Book B that you didn't ask about, they're setting up an easier to knock down target rather than addressing your actual question. I got these for days, man. You want to bring something logical and explain what a general confirmation is without using the Bible? Go ahead.
Yeah, general confirmation is gonna be speaking about something in general with some exception.
Well, guess what? I generally confirm your prophet's full of shit.
Yeah, general confirm like you're full of shit.
I generally confirm your Allah's false and your book is nothing but a bunch of fairy tales.
You are a bitch. You worship a man on the stage.
I generally confirm that your prophet is a pedophile. This is what you call the straw man fallacy. When the person draws answers about book A by bringing up information from book B that you didn't even ask about. Who asked you about the Bible, motherfucker? Nobody did. They are setting up an easier to knock down target rather than addressing my actual question, which was, is the Quran preserved? Is the Quran uncreated? Is the Quran for all time? Is the Quran the speech of a God? Now, if you don't have a logical argument or something concrete or some kind of proof that this Quran's been preserved, I'm calling bullshit. Because you're just in a cult and you're a scammer. You're using the cover of a religion to go take people's shit and to abuse them and subjugate them. Because you can watch any YouTube video from an Islamic source. You can go watch any video made by a Muslim and they will glorify the Muslims conquering all of Arabia, conquering Persia, conquering the Romans, conquering Africa, and conquering Spain, and then say they didn't do it. Go watch a video. Go watch a video about the first 4 caliphs. Go watch a video about the Abbasids. Watch a video about the Umayyad dynasty. They brag about it. And it's the religion of peace. What's up, my man?
How's it going?
It's going good.
Great. So, what's your evidence the Quran is not preserved?
What's your evidence it is preserved?
It's preserved because it's the oral tradition, so it's been recited from the time of the Prophet to today.
According to who?
According to Muslims, according to us. You could see it from generation to generation.
Well, I could say the same thing, that it's not preserved and it hasn't been reciting.
My evidence is the people memorizing it. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. You say people memorize it.
Yeah.
Did the Prophet memorize it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So if I show you a hadith that says where he couldn't remember the verses, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, it shows his human part. Sometimes he forgets and get corrected. And our imam, you see that when they pray, they make mistakes on certain verses, they get corrected. So,
okay, that's a good answer, man. I like that answer.
yeah.
So what if I show you a hadith that says that one companion says a verse is abrogated and another companion says the verse isn't abrogated?
Yeah, that would have been like, this is the problem with the hadiths. It doesn't tell you the timeline of when these things are said. But if like Islam, a lot of things are like how would you say it? Like there was a time alcohol was not forbidden, but there was a time it was forbidden.
This is the same verse.
1 second.
Two different. Ibn Abbas saying that the verse isn't abrogated, and Ibn Umar saying the same verse is abrogated.
Yeah, 1 second. Sorry. We got somebody
Chapter
calling.
2, 184. Ibn Umar recited they had a choice either to fast or feed a poor for every day, and then said that verse is abrogated. But guess what Mr. Ibn Abbas said? He said the same verse isn't abrogated. Which is it? Is it preserved or is it not preserved? Do you have a choice to every day? Or is that verse abrogated? Chapter 2, verse 184, is it abrogated, yes or no?
What is it about? Let me.
They had a choice to fast or feed the poor for every day.
Now let me go to it.
I got it right here, man. Now, Ibn Umar said it's abrogated, and Ibn Abbas said it's not abrogated. Which is it? Who's telling the truth?
No, the verse. I'm trying to go read it.
Go ahead and read it. It's right in front of you. And for those who can fast, they had the choice either fast or feed a poor for every day.
Just gotta remember that whoever is doing it can fast for an equal number of days after Ramadan.
Is this verse abrogated?
No, it's not.
So Ibn Umar's lying then.
No, he's not lying. You say who's Ibn Umar?
No, Ibn Umar said it was abrogated.
What's abrogated? Fasting and making up the fast days?
The verse. The whole verse.
The whole verse is saying prescribed number of days, but whoever is ill or a journey, let them fast an equal number of days after Ramadan for those who can't go.
No, it's abrogated.
No, it's not abrogated. This is making up your
It's
fast.
abrogated. You know more than Nafi and Ibn Umar?
I don't think you know what the verse is talking about. This could be referring to something else. The hadith is known to not get the numbers right, but
Okay, so if the hadiths are wrong, why do you take from the hadiths then? If they're
no,
wrong.
the numbers sometimes is not referring to the actual verse, but
No, this is the verse, my friend. It's the same verse.
those who can fast, they had a choice.
So
That's not the verse. You don't
who's
see that
right?
in the Quran.
Who's right?
No, you
Chapter
don't see.
2, verse 184. Chapter
Yeah.
2, verse 184.
Can you Google it and
It's in front of you.
compare the words?
It's in front of you. Go check your sources. Go check your sources, my friend.
That's what I'm doing right
Inshallah.
now. I don't see word for word of this highlighted thing. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it just fine.
No, when you go to the Quran we have.
I guess you got the wrong Quran, my friend.
No, we don't. Yeah, but
Yeah, I think you got the wrong Quran, my guy.
if it's not there, then that means it is abrogated.
You know who Ibn Masud is?
Yeah, that's our scholars here.
Do you think he knows Quran?
He's an Islamic scholar, so yes.
Okay. He's saying that he's reciting a verse in a certain way, and he heard the prophet recite the same verse in a different way. So he went to the prophet and tried to see who was right and who was wrong, and guess what the prophet told him?
They both are right?
Yeah, they're both right.
Yeah.
So how can they both be? How can Ibn Masud and the other person both be right?
So the Quran was revealed in part. Here, in certain dialect, you could recite it this way. In a different dialect, you could recite it a different way. So
Do you know who Ubay ibn Ka'b is?
yep.
You think he knows Quran?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he had the same problem that he was reciting a surah and somebody else was reciting a different surah. So he took him to the messenger of Allah to get it sorted out, and guess what the messenger of Allah told him?
Yeah, that's how it been revealed in different modes.
Okay, all right. I'm just asking.
So I think what you thinking is there is one Quran like in one Arabic. That's not the point. In Islam, we believe the Quran had been revealed in 7 different modes.
Are these 7 different modes separate Qurans, or are they 7 pieces of one Quran?
They are like the Quran is just referring to the revelation, but the modes are ways of reciting that revelation. So
Are these 7 different modes all printed in different books, or are these 7 modes contained within the Quran itself?
so they are parts of the Quran. So all of them, they are
So
the
the
Quran.
Quran's in parts.
Yeah, parts. Yeah. So they are not. Yeah.
So each one of these 7 different Qurans is one single part of a whole Quran.
Yeah. 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 You could say that.
Okay. So each one of these is speech of Allah.
Yeah, they all are. So they were revealed in
Are they
7
all?
different.
Are they all uncreated?
So Allah's speech, like, if you ask this question in the way you're asking right now to the scholars, they would not say Allah's speech is not is uh is it's not created. They would not say that. So they will tell you his speech is created, but his ability to speak is not created. Does that make sense?
Okay, so the Quran in the book is created by man, but the words written contained on the paper, those are uncreated.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah, the idea of it or always exists, but just know there was a time it came.
So you have 7 different Qurans, 7 different dialects, all one Quran, and the whole thing's created. So where can I find these other recitations, these other 6 Qurans?
So what happened to them is our scholars have different opinions on them after Usman burned all of them. And after he burnt all of them and put them in one dialect, then we have the Qirats. That's where they came. Like 10 different modes came from it. But
You said 7.
no, the 7 was before Usman burnt it. And
So
Usman
Uthman added 3.
no, he did not. No, he didn't add it. So basically,
Can you add to Allah's words?
no, he didn't add it. So basically, he just burnt everything that is not the Quraysh dialect, the dialect of the Prophet, right? And then he wrote it with the dialect of Usman, right? Or no, the Quraysh. That's what Usman did. And from his dialect, then we have 7 different modes. No, not 7, 10 different modes that are
Allah's
allowed.
apostle said 7 in this hadith.
Yeah, the 7 was before they were burned. And then within the dialect of Quraysh, this dialect migrated to it and it created like 10 of them.
So Allah's words can't be created. You just said that Uthman created 3 more after he burned them.
No, he did not. I'm telling you, Usman literally just removed every other dialect that is not the Qurayshi dialect. Like
Okay, who authorized Uthman to remove
he is
Allah's words?
no, he didn't remove it, but he's a companion of the Prophet. So basically, he wanted to unite all of them, right?
Isn't in the Quran that Allah says, "Woe to those that write in a book and say that this is from Allah, but they don't know the scripture themselves"?
But it is from Allah what Usman left.
Okay, so what's your evidence?
My evidence is it is the Qurayshi dialect. That's the language the Prophet spoke.
Okay, so if it's in a dialect of a dead language that nobody speaks, it's not for all time.
I mean, it's still spoken today, so it's not a dead language. It's a Fusha Arabic, so people still speak it.
Do you speak Qurayshi dialect?
I mean, I do read it in the Quran, so that means I speak it. And
okay, so when they wrote this down, they didn't have all the vowels, all the dialect, the
vowels.
marks. They didn't have that before. Those are added.
Yeah, they were added later to help people read it correctly. So now,
Can you add to Allah's words?
It's not adding to it. It's the Quran was revealed as a oral, or like oral, so it was not written. So for us, we writing it to make it readable. It's not adding to it, is it?
I think if you put something there that's not supposed to be there, that's adding.
But it was oral, like the way it was revealed. It was not written down. Yeah,
I
I
think
gotta.
it was written down.
No, it
It
was
was
not.
written down.
I mean, they did write it down. Some people wrote it, but how the prophet received it, he received it from Gabriel, word for word. So he taught it. He taught it to them. Yeah, I have to come back. I have to go to work. Sorry.
It's okay, man.
Yeah, my bad.
Hey, I'll see you again, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
We'll see, man. Look, here's a hadith narrated by Zayd ibn Thabit. He's saying that Abu Bakr sent him to collect the Quran, which is fine, okay? Prophet couldn't write, we know. But here's Anas ibn Malik saying that Uthman's the one that told Zayd ibn Thabit to write it down. And a couple other people. And when they wrote the manuscripts of the Holy Quran in the form of a book and several copies, Uthman said to 3 Qurayshi persons, if you differ with Zayd ibn Thabit on any point of the Quran, then write it in the language of... So he's telling them guys, he's saying, hey, if you differ with Zayd ibn Thabit, you write it. Not Zayd ibn Thabit write it and give it to Uthman. He's telling them to write it. So who wrote the Quran? Who are these 3 Qurayshi persons? You don't know, do you? Which is funny. It's funny because you know who else said he had a Quran that he wrote? Your old buddy Umar. Yes. Some people say, what's this stoning? In the book of Allah, it mentions flogging, but the messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, stoned. And then we stoned. Were it not that some people would say that Umar added to something to the book of Allah that's not part of it, Umar would have written it the way it was revealed. So Umar saying that if not for the fact that somebody would say he's adding to the Quran, he would have written it the way it was revealed. But he couldn't. Why? Because stupid ass Aisha somehow left pages under a pillow and a sheep came in and that's all the sheep ate. He didn't eat nothing else. He didn't eat no food. Okay, he didn't take a poop in the corner. He went right to them verses and ate them verses and left. I would have gave the sheep a spanking. I would have cut the sheep open to get the messenger of Allah's verses. But nope. Nope. Not Aisha. This is how I know it's not preserved. This is how I know it's not for all time. Because why didn't they have these verses memorized like you said everyone had them memorized? Because people want to know what the hell is this stoning shit. And they want to know why Aisha's stupid ass left the verses out for the sheep to eat. And why? Why are all these people having different Quran verses? And why is you guys can't make up which verses are abrogated? Because this is the same guy narrating the same hadith in 2 different books, saying that another verse is abrogated, and then in the second hadith he said the verse is not abrogated. So which is it, Muslims? This is Uthman saying he put everything in the Quran. O son of my brother, I will not shift anything from its place. Because Umar's like, these verses are abrogated, Uthman. Why do you keep putting them in the Quran, Uthman, if they're abrogated? You know why, Umar? Because I'm not going to leave nothing in the Quran out. Okay, you're not going to leave nothing in the Quran out. So where's this verse? Here's a verse that's not in the Quran that Anas ibn Malik said they used to recite, and it's not abrogated, so why is this verse left out? When the Prophet invoked evil upon the messenger of Allah was casting evil spells. Okay, the messenger of Allah cast an evil spell on the people. He invoked evil on them. And then Allah revealed a verse about your prophet invoking evil. And the people even said they met Allah. How nice. How nice the Sahaba got to meet Allah. Allah revealed a Quranic verse to his prophet regarding those who had been killed at Bir Muana and recited the verse till later it was canceled because he knows that they didn't see Allah. They didn't meet Allah. Here's another verse changed. He abrogated a word. Where's these surahs at? Because they used to recite a surah in length and severity to Surah Bara'at, which is chapter 9, but he forgot it. Yeah, he forgot the whole damn surah, so now you're missing a whole surah minus this verse. O people who believe, why do you say that which you do not practice, and that is recorded in your necks as a witness, and you will be asked about it on the day of resurrection? Where's that verse at? I know where that verse is. It's not in the Quran. Umar ibn al-Khattab, Abdullah ibn Masud, and Ubay ibn Ka'b all differed in the verses, the Quran verses. So how can you say that this thing's preserved? It's not. You guys can keep talking about the Bible. Okay, you know what they call that? They have a term for that. Look. It's called a false equivalency. We can talk about the Bible. Bring your proofs. Bring your proofs. Hit the request button, inshallah. You know, I translated your Birmingham manuscript. Anybody can take a picture of the Birmingham manuscript and translate it. It does. It's not the Quran. It's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. It's just a bunch of writing in Arabic. It is not the Quran. I translated the Sunnah manuscript. And guess what? You can use any translating app you want for any one of your old manuscripts. And it's not the Quran. It's not.